Hi everyone, it's Shay with Truly You Wellness. Today's video is more of a request than anything else. It is a request to take back the proper definition of twin flame. A twin flame and soulmate are not the same thing. They are not interchangeable. They are vastly different. They are both important relationships in your life, but the buck kind of stops there. The term twin flame is relatively new compared to that of soulmate, and I'll get to that. In the 90s, a cult formed and they twisted and made twin flame and soulmate interchangeable because it worked for their Kool-Aid purposes. And everybody's just kind of continued to run with it since. Twin flames are an important relationship, but they're with someone that you set an agreement to be almost like a study buddy before you come into this life. So there is still that soul recognition that this person is important in my life, but it's a lot more toxic-ish compared to that of a soulmate. A twin flame is a mirror that you come into this life with, and they come in showing you areas that you need to work on in yourself, characteristics that you need to develop. Sometimes it's a situation where you'll go through an event and they'll go through an event so that you can learn with each other to get that growth. It is not a forever one person. It's usually too toxic for that. So by using them interchangeably, we've got a lot of people that are staying in relationships that they should not be in. A twin flame is somebody that you can't escape. You're going to have them in your life. You're going to recognize them. You're going to have that pull. They're going to be there long term. But they are not soulmate. Soulmate comes from Greek mythology. When the story goes, when humans were created, we were androgynous. We had 4 arms, 4 legs, and so on. And the gods got a little worried that we would get big for our britches and try to overpower them. So they all wanted something done about it. Zeus decided to split us in half, soul and body, which is why we now have genders, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a desire to find our soulmate. Now, of course, they're not going to let that be so easy, so it happens that this is kind of where the enemies to lovers come in. There tends to be rough spots when you first meet. There's struggles. Life keeps making it impossible for connections to happen. So you've got to really kind of buckle down and decide you want that connection as opposed to just letting life get in the way and the moment pass you by. It could be that person that you can't quite stand and you don't know why, but you've got that pull to them. So it's not necessarily an easy thing. It's easy to bypass your soulmates compared to your twin flames. However, when you buckle down and you do make that connection with your soulmate, because your soul is whole, you all of a sudden start vibrating from a frequency of love that you're not going to get by yourself. This is when true healing happens, true growth happens, and you just keep leveling up in life over and over and over. Because you are operating on the purest frequency of love, because your soul is whole, all your wildest dreams manifest in the quickest way possible. It is calming for your system. It is a calm your nervous system has never experienced. It is a love you've never experienced. The life level ups are something that you've never experienced and you wouldn't without this person. So that's the difference between twin flame and soulmate. Soulmates are easy to bypass, although I wish you luck finding yours, and I hope you do. Twin flames, they're your lessons, they're your study buddies, and you will always find them. So let's take back the definition of twin flame. Hope you have a great day.